This is life in Iceland, the strangest country in the world. Diving deep into a land of ice, fire, and everything in between, Iceland. You might have heard about its breathtaking landscapes, geothermal wonders, and even those infamous volcanoes. But believe me, there's so much more to Iceland than meets the eye. So buckle up as we unravel the mysteries and quirks that make Iceland one of the strangest yet most fascinating countries in the world. When you think of epic landscapes, think of Iceland as the ultimate VIP section of Mother Nature's art gallery. Let's start with those sweeping fjords that seem to stretch out like welcoming arms from the sea. They're like giant puzzle pieces that fit perfectly into the rugged coastline, creating a dramatic scenery that will have you reaching for your camera quicker than you can say wow. And then there are the majestic glaciers that seem to kiss the sky. Imagine standing in the shadow of these icy giants, feeling utterly insignificant yet privileged to witness such raw natural power. These glaciers aren't just chunks of ice, they are living, breathing entities that shape the very fabric of the land. And how can we forget the mesmerizing hot springs? Picture yourself dipping into a warm pool as steam swirls around you, contrasting with the chilly air. It's a surreal experience, a harmonious dance of warmth and cold, nature's very own yin and yang. These geothermal treasures are like little blessings, a reward for braving the elements. Oh, and the waterfalls! Brace yourselves for a thundering symphony of water and rock. Iceland's waterfalls are like nature's sound system turned up to 11. Imagine standing at the base of Skógafoss, feeling the ground vibrate beneath your feet as the sheer force of water crashes down before you. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a rainbow forming in the mist, a literal pot of gold at the end of nature's concert. Now, Game of Thrones fans, hold on to your dragons because you're about to step into the very backdrop of Westeros. Yes, you heard it right. Iceland was a favorite filming location for the series, and it's not hard to see why. But here's the magic trick. These landscapes don't stay put. They change, transform, and evolve right before your eyes. You might start your morning in a lush green valley surrounded by flowers and chirping birds. But by the time you have savored your afternoon coffee, you could find yourself strolling through a moon-like lava field with its jagged rocks and black sands. A true otherworldly experience. And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. A pun that's oh so Icelandic. Let's talk about a phenomenon that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. A play of light and darkness that will have you questioning reality itself. Brace yourselves, because when it comes to daylight, Iceland knows how to play tricks on your internal clock that will leave you both amazed and slightly disoriented. Iceland has the incredible phenomenon known as the midnight sun. During the summer months, saying goodbye to sunsets is not on the agenda. Instead, the sun hangs around 24/7, painting the sky with hues of gold and pink, even in the dead of night. Imagine strolling through Reykjavík street at 2 a.m. and it feels like a sunny afternoon, or hiking up to a viewpoint at midnight. And the landscape is bathed in a soft, ethereal light that makes everything feel magical. But wait, there's more. Just when you have gotten used to living in a never-ending daydream, winter sneaks in, and the tables turn. Say hello to the polar nights. As the cold season rolls in, the sun decides it's time for a little hide and seek. During this time, you'll witness the complete opposite, the sun barely making an appearance above the horizon. It's like being transported into a black and white movie where light and shadow creates a mesmerizing contrast. The sky takes on hues of blues, purples, and hints of orange, giving you a front row seat to a celestial dance. The world feels quieter, more mysterious, and you might even spot the elusive northern lights illuminating the night sky. Now, when we say Iceland is sitting on a hotbed of geothermal activity, we are not exaggerating. It's like the earth giving the country a warm hug from below. Imagine a land where the ground beneath your feet is literally bubbling with potential energy. The best part? Iceland knows how to make the most of it. Let's start with the basic. Heating. You know those chilly winter days when you are bundled up like a marshmallow? Well, in Iceland, those days just got a whole lot cozier. The country taps into its geothermal reserves to keep things toasty, not just in homes, but also in swimming pools, greenhouses, and even sidewalks. Yes, you heard me right. Imagine strolling down a path that's heated from beneath, melting away snow and ice as you walk. It's like having your own personal heating system right underfoot. Those hot springs we have all dreamt about? Iceland has them. And they are more than just a soothing soak. They are like Mother Nature's personal spa tubs, bubbling up from the depths of the earth, ready to embrace you in warm, mineral-rich waters. Imagine a winter's day with snowflakes gently falling around you, and you are soaking in the warmth on a natural hot spring. It's like a scene from a movie, except it's your reality. Iceland uses this geothermal heat not just for comfort, but for powering up its entire world. We are talking electricity generated from the Earth's warmth. And wait, it gets better. This sustainable power source contributes to nearly 100% of Reykjavik's energy needs. Iceland's capital is an eco-warrior leading the way with its commitment to renewable energy. The mystical heart of Iceland, a land where folklore and reality intermingle in a way that will make your head spin and your heart race. Before you dismiss it as a flight of fancy, hold on to your skepticism, because in Iceland, belief in the hidden folk is no laughing matter. These are not just bedtime stories, they are ingrained in the cultural fabric. Icelanders take their folklore seriously, to the point that construction projects have been rerouted to avoid disturbing these hidden residents. It's a living testament to the respect they have for the unseen world. In Iceland, you'll find these hidden folk woven into everyday life. From tales of benevolent elves helping lost travelers to cautionary stories of those who dare to disrupt their homes, the elfish presence is as real as the wind that rustles through their valleys. And then there are the trolls, the larger-than-life figures that roam the Icelandic wilderness. These aren't your run-of-the-mill bedtime story trolls. They are part of a tradition that stretches back centuries. The story goes that these massive, often misunderstood creatures would turn to stone when exposed to sunlight. So when you're exploring the wild, rugged landscapes, keep an eye out for rock formation that might just be sleeping trolls. Now, let's talk about that boulder in Reykjavík that's said to be an elf church. Imagine walking down the streets of the capital city and stumbling upon a rock formation that's considered sacred by many. It's not just a boulder, it's a link between the present and the unseen world, a connection to a realm that coexists with our own. What makes Iceland truly unique is how this rich folklore blends seamlessly with modern sensibilities. It's a country that embraces both the tangible and the intangible, where science and belief walk hand in hand. You'll find locals nodding respectfully to the hidden folk while sipping their coffee, and you will witness stories that bring both young and old together around the warmth of tradition. Now you can't talk about Iceland without mentioning its fiery temperament. The island is home to some 130 volcanoes, and they're not just for show. Remember that infamous Eyjafjallajökull eruption in 2010 that disrupted air travel across Europe? Yeah, that's just one of the many times Iceland has shown off its volcanic prowess. But here's the thing, Icelanders are so used to living with volcanic activity that they have even built their houses with this in mind. Volcanic rock makes for some sturdy foundations. Now, let's be real. Iceland's weather is a whole other beast. You might experience all 4 seasons in a single day. It's like having a weather playlist on shuffle. Rain, snow, sun, wind, you name it. So when you are packing for your trip, just throw in a little bit of everything. But here's the silver lining. No matter the weather, you are guaranteed a stunning backdrop for your photos. Calling all animal lovers, Iceland's waters are teeming with life. If you are lucky, you might catch a glimpse of the majestic whale or playful dolphins as you embark on a whale-watching adventure. And then there are the adorable puffins, those black and white birds with colorful beaks. They come to Iceland in the summer months for their nesting season, and you won't be able to resist their charm. Whether you are soaking in a hot spring, chasing the northern lights, or simply savoring a plate of fermented shark, Iceland promises an adventure unlike any other. And that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm sure you guys love knowing the culture and other stuffs about how life actually is in Iceland. But if you are wondering how the folks in Ghana are spending their life like, feel free to click on the banner and watch the full video. We'll see you again with tickets to another interesting country.